What's up, guys? This is what if Issei was a super devil. Now, I was kind of thinking about, the super soldier programs for Marvel and, Captain America's weird bullshit, that injection stuff. So, I was thinking about this, and I've already tried making a video tonight, and I'm sorry, guys. I couldn't do it. Because it was already an hour and a half long, and wasn't even done with the riser fight. And my phone just didn't have enough storage for it, so, yeah. Sorry, guys. I'm not really into making multiple parters, so I'm very sorry. Anyway, what we start off with is Issei actually dealing with the whole thing. Now in this version, Sir Zax actually has an idea. There's supposed to be this thing that can help Issei get stronger. That would get Issei stronger, but it's only been tested a few times, and it was done by a man who's already been dead. Because, it was Konoko's older sister that killed him. Because this was the same thing used on Konoko's older sister. It didn't work as positive as it could be, but it did work positive on her. It wasn't at its strongest usage, though. But it will be on Issei, so the second he's injected, basically they set him up with the devices, they put him in there, in the machine, to turn him into some super devil. They don't know what this will do to him, and he just became a devil, like 2 days ago, and Reese asked him to do this, and Issei saying, if it'll make me stronger, I'll do anything. He didn't realize the pain he'd have to go through. This is when his eyes open green, and he's forced into such a painful state. 12 devil wings fly out of his back, as each injection was more painful than the last. After about 4 hours of laying on the ground, being in the most pain he's ever been in, coughing up blood, he stands up, barely even being alive, saying, "Did it work? Did it work?" As he sees his body, it looks different. It's more lean. It's a little bit taller. It's far stronger. As he cracks his neck, saying, "What the hell happened last night?" As Reese would walk in, saying, "Are you alright?" Issei? Calling Sir Zax, saying, "Sir Zax! Big brother, come in here!" As you hear, "What is it, Rhea?" "Oh, hell no. It worked. We need to test your power now," Issei. "No gear. Come on, 1-to-1 with me." "Alright, Sir Zax, if you want to." They fought for a solid 2 hours straight. This is still in the middle of the night, so yeah. When Issei beat Sir Zax saying, "I put 90% of my strength into this fight, and I couldn't win." Not just that, he's not even in a super devil form. As this is when Issei noticed he turned on his gear, and it basically said, "Issei Kyoto, using this weird formula, I'd say you're now stronger than Sir Zax. That puts you on the top 10 strongest being in existence list. Congratulations. Your rank, number 6. Number 7 is now Sir Zax, and 8 is Ijuka Beelzebub." Wow. I'm stronger than Sir Zax? Yes. Now try using me. Boost. 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 I said, "Is there a limit to how many boosts I can do, Drake?" 400. Wow. I'm unstoppable. Yes, you are, partner. Use the balance breaker. Balance breaker. Going into his balance breaker form, saying, "What the hell is this?" "This is your balance breaker, boy. I wouldn't recommend using it unless emergencies call for it, though." "Alright, I won't." As Issei completely dropped out of balance breaker, saying, "How long do you think I stay in balance breaker?" "At least 4 hours. At most 5. That's good enough for me." "Alright, Rias, I'm finally strong enough. I can protect you." This is when Rias would say, Yes, you are. And you can. But first, we need you to hone your abilities. Watch what happens whenever you try walking around. All he did was try walking around, and he was almost able to shatter the ground he walked on, saying, "What the hell? You didn't grow to that power. You grew that power in 8 hours. Everything you did ripped apart the area you're in. You need to learn how to control yourself first." They spent about an hour controlling him, teaching him how to control his strength so he wouldn't break things around him. And in the end, he was actually able to just walk around pretty good. He said, "Sir Zex." "Yes," he said, "what is it?" "What rank am I in the devil world?" "Low class." "How? I'm stronger than you." "Strength is not everything, Issei. Your mind needs to be sharp as well. Alright? Anyway, would you like to, as Rias was asked by Sir Zex, would you like to turn anyone else in your peerage into a super devil using the same formula? Though I admit there was a low chance of it succeeding, and a high chance of it actually injuring him more than anything." This is when Issei said, "Wait, what?" And Rias said, "Wait, what? You never said that. It's because you were so ecstatic about finding a way to get him stronger. You didn't let me see it." "Oh." Issei then said, "Wait, that could have killed me?" "Yes, but we didn't think it would." "Whatever. Fine, let's go." As he went back to his house for a few hours, then walked to school since he didn't feel like he needed to sleep that night. Though he did learn more about Drake and everything over the next few hours, and whenever he met Asya, he actually helped her to the church, and then made it to school. Had his fun, at school, having his good day. Then he walked. He went to walk home, but at first he had to talk to Reese. Told her everything what happened about meeting Asya and everything, saying, "I forbid you from doing that." Issei saying, "Why? Why do you forbid me from doing that? I can be around who I want, can't I?" And this is when Issei said, "Can't I?" This is when Reese actually backed up a little bit, saying, "Issei, you're scaring me." "Maybe that's a good thing. You need to be taught you're not everything in the world." This is when Reese was actually tell this what Issei said to Sir Zex, saying, "Oh no, last person to actually be injected with this stuff, and it actually successfully worked, wasn't this strong, but they were angry all the time." "What do you mean?" "It was Konako's older sister, the last recorded super devil, project." "Really? Tell me, how powerful is she?" "Easily above you. Easily just barely stronger than you, and possibly even strong enough to take on you and your queen at the same time." "Really? And how strong is Issei compared to her?" "About 20 times, maybe 30 times that strength." "Wow. So if he wanted me dead, he easily could do it." "You should have known that whenever he was able to beat me." "Still, I thought you were holding back on him." I was at 90%. If I'd have gone 100%, I would have been in my super form, and if I did that, it would be the equivalent of declaring him as a national threat, as like an underworld threat." "Really?" "Yes, that form will only be used in dire situations. I didn't feel like he would kill me, so I didn't use it. If I did, it probably wouldn't have made much of a difference, though." "What do you mean?" "Well, he outmatched me using less than 100% of him. Without even his boosted gear on, he was outclassing me. With it, I'd say he's probably stronger than most of the people on the list of the top 10. Who do you think he's weaker than, though?" "Well, obviously, Great Red and basically 1 through 3, he's obviously weaker than them. He has to be. I don't think he's stronger than any of the others. I hope not, at least. If he's stronger than those 3, well, then no one's able to stop him. And if need be, I do know Great Red would stop him if he felt it was a threat. But that would be if he ever stopped doing flips in the dimensional gap. And Ophis, if she felt she couldn't get the dimensional gap back, She may recruit him into her party. Whatever. Just stay on his good side and listen to what he says, and allow him to do what he wants. If it gets him killed, it gets him killed, but I don't want you getting killed with him. But anyway, good luck, Reus. Even if I went to confront him, he'd probably just beat the shit out of me. And if Ajuka was to come with me, we may be able to remove the super devil thing from him. But it would be very, very difficult. We'll see you tomorrow. Or not tomorrow, as soon as possible, Reus. We'll talk to you as soon as we can. As this is when Issei would go back to doing his thing. And he would actually go on the same date with Aussie as he did in canon. But then, the same tragedy would strike. This is when Rainier would say, "Oh, it looks like you've beefed up a little bit since you died. Let's see if you can even try to keep up." Throwing a light through Issei, usually just catching it and shattering it, saying, "I've been wanting something to kill." Hearing this, she's like, "Oh, hell no." Backing up and actually using full speed of flight, getting around Issei. Issei letting this happen, actually grabbing her by the neck, saying, "You think you can speed blitz past me? Oh, no, you can't." She didn't even see him move, as he was able to get all the way around her and in front of her in less than a millisecond. And this is when you hear, "Issei, stop. I don't want you killing each other. If it can be resolved by me going with her, I will." This is when Issei said, Don't. "I'm sorry, Issei." Not even listening to what Issei was saying. "Goodbye, I had fun." This is when Issei would say, "Damn it. I could have beat her. Easily. I wasn't even using my gear to do this." As the entirety of his rage was let loose. This is when you hear Red Dragon. "Perfect balance breaker." On Issei's body, saying, "Alright." As he took the helmet off. As it kind of just shattered off of him, saying, "Alright. Reus." "What?" "I'm going to go save this nun girl. Do I have permission to do that?" "I cannot give you permission to do that." "Why not?" "I just cannot give you permission to do that." As she says, "Whatever, I'm going to do it anyway." I hope you understood what I meant. Kiba, Konako, go follow him. With a wink in that one, saying, "And don't get hurt." "Alright." They catch up and saying, "We're helping you too." "What?" "She can't give you permission, but she can tell us to go make sure you don't get hurt." In other words, she is allowing me to do this. Yes, basically, and sending us to help. Yes. So that's how she has to talk so she doesn't get in trouble too. Yeah, basically. As Issei said, "Well, perfect. Now, tell me, what special abilities y'all have?" Konako said, "Don't really got anything but punching and throwing things at them," saying, "Perfect. Throw me. And I'm speed. And I can make swords appear." "Sweet, can I get a sword?" "Sure." Creating him just normal metal sword, saying, "Here you go." "Perfect. Konako, throw me." As they kicked the door in, Konako then threw him at full force, and he basically saying, "Hi!" Flying right towards Freed. Freed saying, "Oh, hell no." As he moved out the way, as much as he could, and used his sword to kind of block the blade. Kind of trying to send Issei off course. And he damn near did it, but he wasn't able to perfectly do it. As Issei still was able to get a cut on his face, he was like, "Oh, fuck this. Light bomb. Vanish." Issei saying, "Whatever." As he goes down there, they get Aussie the same way. Issei actually ripping apart Rainier in this version in half. Taking part of healing and giving it back to Aussie and saying, "Reus, I want you to heal. I want you to revive her, and please, please do it, Reus." Reus saying, "Alright, alright." Reviving her, and then you hear, "What happened?" Issei saying, "You're alive. That's all that matters, is that you're alive. Alright, now, I'm gonna go back to my place. Reus, please, find a suitable place for the good sister to sleep at." As He said, alright, well, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna take a nap. He goes to sleep and then tries to train with Drake in his dream. Actually being on an almost even scale fighting the Heavenly Dragon. Because even without the gear, he's already almost at the same power of them. With the gear, he's even stronger than Drake. Drake saying, I wonder what happens if I give you my full power for a day. Who knows? Let's try it. First, go 24 hours in Balance Breaker. Is that even possible? One of my wielders was able to do it. How long ago was that? 2,000 years. No, I'm just kidding. 500 years ago. And how long was he able to hold it? 24 hours. How was his body afterwards? It was dead. Holy crap. Yeah, at the end of the last hour, it was taking off his life energy. And he was kind of stuck in it. Wow. Well, anyway. This is when Issei would say, anyway, let's go. What do you mean by let's go? I mean, let's have more training. Issei at this point has to train with Drake against Drake and two of the wielders of the boosted gear. With their versions of the boosted gear. And that would be the strongest and second strongest. Alicia and that one dude, I don't know what his name was. They have to basically go in a 3v1, so it's a fair fight, and Issei doesn't even get the boosted gear. He just punches Drake, sending him flying, sends the other two back like miles, and they have to combinedly go into Balance Breaker to do it, to fight him. And the only reason that one died is because he went 24 hours in Balance Breaker to show that it could be done. He showed it could be done, but it also killed him doing it, so yeah. I think the last thing he did was turn off Balance Breaker and say, I did it. I did it. As he died. So yeah. After killing 2 White Dragon Emperors, he died using his full force. Anyway, back to What If. As Issei's strength had finally increased to its full force, and he was a beast again. This is when a few days later, he hears Ria say, I need you to sleep with me. Why? You know what? Never mind. Sure, let's do it. First thing to happen is he gets frozen into a block of ice. Only his lower half. Issei's saying, what the hell? Talk about being blue-balled. What the hell, Rias? Wasn't me? And this is when she points to Grafia in the room, saying, ahem. I don't think some low-class scum should be trying to sleep with the next head of the House of Grimmery. This one Rias said, do not call him scum. Grafia actually put back by saying, why not? Who is he? The Red Dragon Emperor Issei Kyoto. The one who beat Sir Zex? That was him? Yes. Issei basically breaking out of the ice by just moving his legs, saying, bad. And he basically does a chop, which Rias thought would kill Grafia. Just a bonk. Stop that. Stop trying to freeze me. That was cold. Really cold. Stop that. What? Did you just talk down to me? Grafia says. Rias saying, yeah, he does that a lot now. He never did that before the, injections. That now he does. So this is all due to those injections Sir Zex and Bijuka put him into. Yeah, I kind of have to blame them for those. Is that also why he's so disrespectful to his superiors? Well, technically he's the most superior devil. I mean, he's by all means the strongest. So strength equals superior. And this is when Issei said, well, isn't that how Sir Zex got his title? Of the strongest devil? And that's why he's the Lucifer, right? Because he's the strongest, right? Ain't that the rule? I guess you're right. I guess might does equal right in this world. Anyway, Rias, you are engaged. You cannot do this. Issei then saying, she's engaged? Rias, you never told me you were engaged. We'll talk about this tomorrow. Alright, I'll be at the club room. Next morning, he gets to the club room saying, I'm here. But you know what? I'll say something weird this time. Issei has arrived. They're like, what the hell? And then about 2 minutes later, you hear, Riser has returned to the human world. Issei saying, hey, I said something like that earlier. Everyone turned their head saying, what the hell? What do you mean you said something? Riser saying, and who even are you, peasant? Issei then saying, strongest devil alive. You're not Sir Zex. No, but I whooped his ass. Bullshit. No one could. No devil could beat his ass. Hell, even a Juku would get his ass whooped. And I'm not a Juku, so fuck you. I'll kill you, boy. As Grafia said, Riser, for your own safety, I would encourage you not to piss off the Red Dragon Emperor. Wait, he's the Red Dragon Emperor? Yes. Oh, shit. I did not know that. No shit, Sherlock, or else you would have shown some fucking respect. No one ever hearing Grafia cuss like that before saying, wait, Grafia cusses? Rias saying that as Grafia said, of course I do. But I try keeping a level head. But this guy is too bullshitly strong. He's too stupid. And honestly, we really don't want you to marry Rias. Oh, really? Well, I'm still going to do it, haha, unless you can beat me in a rating game. Oh, Sir Zex thought about that. She can fight you. With her full peerage. So is this her entire peerage? Even the boy who lies. Sure, claim that he's a liar. He said with a smirk on his face saying, you're gonna regret calling me that later. When? Whenever you can actually use your balance breaker? Oh, we'll see about that one. Whatever. Well, I have a full peerage as he shows his peerage off, and he says like, I got an idea. As he basically walks over right to Ravel and saying, how you doing, little lady? Ravel actually blushing a little bit saying, I'm doing fine, and you? Twirling her finger in her hair, Issei saying, I'm doing good. So tell me, what's a beautiful girl like you doing in a peerage like this? Aw, how sweet. As she actually said, I'm his younger sister. This is more training until I can get my own peerage. This is when he said, well, if you were my king, I'd do anything for you. Aw, how sweet. I like you. Once my brother does marry your king, maybe me and her could trade. I'll give her maybe a pawn piece for you? Is that what you are, a pawn piece? I'm all 8 pawn pieces. Oh. That's a little bit of an expensive price, but I'm willing to pay. Sounds good to me. We'll have a little bit of fun later then. Ravel saying, of course we will, handsome. This is right whenever she goes actually to touch him, that Riser actually grabs her hand saying, don't flirt with the enemy, sister. Actually kind of yelling at his younger sister, Issei saying, don't talk to her like that. We were having fun. Now butt out. Sending his arm back, basically pimp slapping Riser all the way back into the couch, breaking his skull, basically breaking the couch against his skull. No one was sitting on the couch since Rias was already standing up. But Grafia said, oh no. Look, if you'll agree to the rating games, we can get this all done, and y'all can fight in a week. Rias, we're giving you 1 week to train. Alright? Alright, good. Riser saying, I accept. He just pimp slapped me into a couch. I accept. Rias saying, sounds good to me. This is when Issei said, oh, can we add one little thing? Sure. Well, maybe she could join the school if Rias wins. Sounds fair. I think we could do that. Good. Now, well, see ya in about a week. Fried chicken. Beautiful little phoenix. Rest of the peerage. Bye-bye. This is when it's like, you know, you've got balls of brass saying this kind of shit in front of Riser to his sister. Issei then saying, I know. I wanted to piss him off. You think it worked? I mean, you saw how fuming he was. Hell, I'm surprised he didn't try lighting you on fire 4 times. Oh, he tried it a few times, but he wasn't 4. How many? 3. How? I didn't see him try lighting you on fire. Well then he says, look down. His legs are burned, both of them. His ribs actually have a burn scorch mark on them. And so does his chest, saying, wait a minute. When did you get those? The 4 times she tried lighting, the 3 times she tried lighting me on fire. How'd you get the 4th one? Well, that's where Rabble started touching. A little bit of she started blushing. A little bit of flame came off her finger. Do you know what that means? What? It means she's marked you as her own. As in she wants to marry you. Sounds good to me. How many wives can I have? Why are you thinking about that? As this is when you hear, I thought I was going to be your wife, Issei. You'll be one of them. I'm trying to see how many I can have. As many as you want. Some devils even have up to 9 wives. Wow. Sweet. There's one man who has every single woman in his peerage, and that they're all his wives. Huh. Ballsy little devil. Yeah, and there's also his main wife who's not even in his peerage. Wow. So, that's a lot of girls. Yep. And guess what? What? Riser was trying to do the same thing. Oh, well, I'm not letting him do that, so, how bad do I have to whoop his ass? Well, he's an immortal, so pretty bad. Do I get to go all out? Sure, knock yourself out. Go all out against him. This is where Gravey is doing her damnedest not to piss Issei off, since she thinks he's pissed off, I die. So, yeah. She don't want him pissed off, and for the most part, she's keeping him calm and happy, but this is when she basically says, goodbye, using a magic circle and vanishing, so he says, like, that was fun. Wonder if we can have fun later. Reese asking, what do you mean by have fun later? Well, I mean, it was fun to hang out with her. Maybe we could do board games or something. Only you would try doing board games with with the second most powerful woman in the underworld. I mean, to me, it doesn't really matter. I'm the most powerful guy in the underworld. So, yeah. And isn't she technically weaker than, like, 4 people in the underworld now? It was 3, but now that you're here, yes, it is 4. If you're wondering which 4, I'm talking about Ijuka, Sir Zex, and Sona's older sister. Anyway, back to the video. So yeah, they do the 7 days of training. That goes good. Then, since Issei was already strong as shit, he just got stronger. At this point, his full power with, his juggernaut drive, which I have to put that in quotes because it really isn't even a juggernaut drive at this point. It's just Drake saying, here, take all my energy. And Issei basically can choose, does he want to go into a giant dragon form? Which is basically what he wants, which is basically an armor set for him at this point. It's no different than the balance breaker to him at this point. Juggernaut drive is all he has to say is Juggernaut drive. He does the chant, but he really, if he doesn't, it doesn't really care to him. It's not as strong if he doesn't do the chant, but when he does the chant, it just is at its most powerful. And that's when he has the entirety of the power of Drake stacked on top of his own. Which puts him at a level above any wielder ever before. I'm talking about any wielder of anything. Any gear. Anything. Back to what if. So Issei basically just says, alright, let's go. This one Rhea said, come here. Unlocking all of his pawn pieces, which actually increases strength a good bit. Issei then says, so how strong am I now? I'd say you're probably on level of number 2 of the strongest creatures in existence. Wait, so you think I'm as strong as, Ophis? Maybe stronger. Because she doesn't really have her snakes out. They don't really know she doesn't have her snakes, but thinking, you might be stronger, who knows? I mean, last time we saw their full strength was about 200 years ago, and that was only Sir Zex that saw it, since he was the one who could actually stay conscious watching it. That in the rank 3, all the way up to him. Even Ijuka was there laughing his ass off while watching it. They were all eating popcorn watching Ophis fight against Great Red and lose. Great Red saying, you know we can share the dimensional gap, right? Ophis refusing this with all the anger, as you hear. As he says, like, couldn't they just share it? It is a big area, isn't it? Oh, it's bigger than the universe. Than our little, then it's the dimensional gap. It's basically the gap between dimensions. It's bigger than the dimension itself. So why don't they just share it? Because they hate each other. Well, she hates him. He really doesn't care. He just wants to start doing flips and shit. Ah, sounds like a badass dude. I wonder if I can talk to him soon. Are you kidding me? That could get you killed. You know that, right? You said it yourself. I'm strong enough to keep up with him. No, you're strong enough to keep up with Ophis. She's not that much weaker than him, but still. I highly doubt you'll be able to do much to Great Red. He'd probably stay on 50% and be able to, match you good to good. But whenever you go to 100% and he goes to 100%, it will be not a fair fight. His 90% is probably your 100. His 98% is probably your 100%. Huh. So he's about that much stronger than me, huh? Well, I guess I have to fix that. I wonder if I get another gear, would that add my strength enough to be stronger than him? Why are you trying to get more gears? I want to see what'll happen. All right, fair point, but I don't know. I don't think it will. Anyway, let's get this fight going on. As this is when Issei would basically just put his hands in his pockets saying, alright, let's start. So the team, he basically said, Riser, if you're not a wimp, come fight me. Riser saying, you know what? I do want to kill him. Let's all go. As every single one of them leave with Riser. Basically go all versus one. They weren't expecting the entirety of Rise's spirit to be there with Issei. Issei saying, you have fucked up. What do you mean I have fucked up? Well, you have fucked up by doing this. As Issei basically charges forward, no gear activated, and punched the shit out of Riser. He punched him so hard his head flew off. Like it flew 30 feet. And Riser basically was talking out his head saying, ow. Yeah, I'm definitely kicking your ass for that one. This is when Issei basically said, not done yet, and does Dragon Shot. With his gear finally popping out and going into Balance Breaker, just removing Riser's body from existence. And this is when Issei starts laughing, saying, you're just ahead. I got a question for you, Riser. You ever played a game of soccer? No. No, don't you fucking do it. Don't you fucking do it. Riser starts yelling at him, don't you even try. Issei then saying, boom! Soccer kicking his head. About 2 miles. Bouncing it off the barrier around that little area. As it basically is bouncing around, Rabble's like, oh, what the why are you doing that to him? You're immortal. I figure I can at least make him dizzy. I don't know if I can kill him, but I can injure him. I mean, this is when Riser, after about a minute of bouncing around, is basically all the way up to being just a full torso with arms. As pissed off as he is, he's like, oh, when I have thrown back my legs, I will kick you like a soccer ball. He's then saying, not yet. As he goes to kick him again, Riser just used Fireball. Blowing right in Issei's face. He's like, ah, my eyes. I meant, stop that. Basically throwing Riser into, like, the wall, saying, ah, my eyes. Alright, good. Now that's over. As the explosion hits him in the eyes, like, oh, not again. Dang it. As he basically says, why? With his eyes opening with rage. People are saying, I thought I could take you out of the game that way. All you did was piss me off. I realize that now. Please don't kill me. Alright, deal. Knock her out. Almost knocked her out as she's able to grab a Phoenix Tear and put it on her, since I did injure her quite a bit. She said, ow, as another lightning bolt strikes the ground. As lightning bolt struck the ground, as you hear, I think I can take care of the queen. They go to an even 1-to-1 when you hear, Rhea Scrimmery, 1 queen. Riser Phoenix, 1 queen. As Riser's like, what? As he's back to his feet, she's been eliminated. How the hell? And it was with the queen. this is when you hear Riser Phoenix, 2 nights. Rhea Scrimmery. Actually, you know what? You're Rhea Scrimmery, 1 night. Riser Phoenix, 2 nights. Rhea Scrimmery, 1 rook. Riser Phoenix, 2 rooks. Rhea Scrimmery, 1 pawn. Riser Phoenix, 2. No. Rhea Scrimmery, 1 bishop. Riser Phoenix, 2 bishops. Riser Phoenix, 4 pawns. What the hell? He's carving through my entire army. My entire peerage. As you hear, Riser Phoenix. Actually, you know what? Not 2 bishops. 1 bishop was eliminated. Not 2. No, Ravel's still in this. Riser Phoenix. 4 pawns eliminated. Riser being the only him and his little sister left on his team is like, oh, fuck. Well, it's only her and her pawn left on her team, so I think I can win this. He goes to a punch at Issei just for Issei to basically say, boom, and basically pimp slap him against the wall. Issei, Riser saying, I'm really getting tired of getting pimp slapped. Fireball, 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 fireball. Issei just says, dragon shot. You know what? I wonder what happens. Boost, boost, boost. After about 40 boosts, like in a row in Balance Breaker, he says, hey, Riser, what do you want? Dragon shot. Oh, shit. As you basically get, the Dragon Ball thing where whenever you get obliterated to nothing but ashes. Well, that's what happened, but Riser had still just basically had 1 foot that wasn't in the blast. As 1 foot was basically remaining, Riser like, ugh. This is when they're about to call Riser Phoenix. Riser Phoenix has been eliminated, but instead, you hear, he has not been eliminated. Issei is saying, how the hell is he not eliminated? There's no way that missed him. This is when he sees 1 foot. He's literally been reduced to 1 foot, and he is not dead. When Riser's finished healing, he's like, that fucking hurt. As he does drop a Phoenix Tear on himself to heal up all the way, since that only kind of healed him up halfway. He has like his face, half of it, one of his arms, and he just takes that Phoenix Tear and heals himself. He's like, that hurt. That was the plan. As basically he said, how much healing factor do you have again? I can heal completely 2 times again. Oh, so I have to do that to you twice more? After the entire thing, Ravel's begging Issei not to kill her brother as he collapses and hits the ground. Issei's been saying, Riser Phoenix has been eliminated. Ha! As Riser basically knocked out. Then you hear, Rias, you won. Rias, your team won. Only Issei won, and he was just having fun beating the shit out of Riser. This is when Grafia said, lucky him. I wish I would have gotten the chance to do it. This is when Issei said, oh, you should have felt like how his face feels getting crunched underneath your fist. It is so fun. I guess I'll have to understand that with you telling me about it. You got it. Anyway, let's go relax. I'm bored. Alright, as Issei's actually gotten stronger. He tries to get stronger, but then they have to deal with the whole Kokabiel incident. And basically everything goes as canon until he has to actually deal with Kokabiel. When he has to deal with Kokabiel, he straight up just kicks Kokabiel in the dick. Kokabiel's saying, my ball! What the fuck? You're a warmonger. I thought we could just remove you from ever having a chance of having a kid. You asshole! Why the hell did you kick me in the dick? I thought it'd be funny. You bastard! Oh, it's not my fault you left it wide open while you stood there, standing like an X. I was doing that to be intimidating. It wasn't intimidating. It looked stupid. So I kicked you. Oh, you will die for that one. As he tries making giant light spear to actually hit Issei. Issei saying, ha, it didn't even pierce my skin. What the hell? turning on the booster gear, saying, "Balance breaker." Oh fuck! As Kokabiel's getting his ass whooped after about 5 minutes of solidly getting his ass beat, the White Dragon Emperor Vali shows up saying, "Yeah, I'm here to deal with the what the hell? He's been beaten to hell. How the fuck?" Issei saying, "Is that another one? Cool your jets, partner. Wait, he is the white one. Kick his ass." Issei goes to punch him when you hear Reus yell, "Can you stop swinging at everyone randomly?" Issei saying, "But he's the White Dragon Emperor. I'm destined to beat the shit out of him." This is when Vali said, "No, you're not. I'm destined to be the one to beat you." As Vali looks down, seeing a fist in his gut, saying, "What was that?" As Issei smirks, saying, as Vali starts rumbling back, "That hurt. I will fight you another time." Just as he starts fumbling, grabs Kokabiel and just says, "I'm getting you to Azazel for what you did." As Kokabiel saying, "Thank you. Please get me out of here." Ugh. As Kokabiel passed out, saying that as his final words before passing out. Issei saying, "Aw, I want to punch him again." One more for the road, as he flies at full speed towards Kokabiel and punches him one more time. Kokabiel waking up saying, "Oh, why? Why?" Issei is starting to laugh, saying, "You deserved it, motherfucker." Yeah, get out of here. And this is basically where Issei said, "Alright, now, go, go, go." Alright. This is where we see, and this is where Rhea said, "How the fuck did you do that?" I felt like it. I mean, this is after the fact that, Kokabiel said God's dead and all that stuff, so that basically was to happen. And, Kiba still got his version of his balance breaker, so yeah, let's go. Perfect for him. Anyway, back to the what if. Then we have to deal with, they go into the underworld, meet Konako's sister. In this version, Issei's like, "Can I fight her? Can I fight her? Can I fight her?" Konako's saying, "Yes, fight her, fight her, fight her, fight her." Konako's sister saying, "No, no, 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 no." Bria's is saying, "Sure." Issei about to go forward and actually terrifies her, saying, "I'd rather you have me as a mate than a enemy." "Yeah, but you're not really on our side." This is when she said, "I got the same exact injections you did." Wait, really? So does that mean if we had a kid, it'd be a super soldier? And part Nekomata? And with a little bit of dragon powers? Possibly. I'm interested in seeing if this will happen. As this is when Konko grabbed him by the belt, saying, "No, you are mine." Fuck. Fine, but still. It's not like you let me smash at all, so why don't I get to smash with anyone else? That makes no fucking sense. This is when Konako said, "Fair point. Maybe later." Fuck yeah. Well, let's go. As this is when, Loki still interrupted and everything. Issei didn't go back there. As this is when Issei said, "So what happened while I was gone?" They explained, "Well, another god was here and he tried to kind of kill, and he got sealed away like a fuck ton miles away. Well, here you go. We'll send you there." Sweet. They send the exact same team. Issei says, "My turn." As he basically starts walking up, and this is when you hear the snake, one of the dragon kings. This is when Issei starts smiling, seeing Fenrir saying, "Puppies, puppies." What the? That's a god of. That's literally the one supposed to eat the sun, the one supposed to eat the moon, and the one that's supposed to kill, like, the Allfather. And the other one is supposed to kill Thor. I don't care. As Issei flies forward, playing with the dogs, petting them and shit, Well, Loki's saying, stop that, stop that. Hey, you're supposed to be killing him, not playing with him. This is when he said, ah, dang it. As the Dragon King actually bit Issei, Issei saying, back up. I'm basically slapping it away. As you hear, ow. As it wound up landing on Loki, Loki saying, I will not be toyed with by some overpowered asshole with devil powers. You are not a god, so back off. Throwing his full force attack. Issei then saying, what did you say? And just straight slapping it away, saying, I'm gonna kill you now. Come here. Come here. As Loki's basically running away, saying, as he's saying, stop running. Stop running. You know I'm gonna keep chasing you. Come here. Come here. You don't get to run away from this. Stop flying away. Issei letting his devil wings out, saying, come here, boy. As you hear, oh shit. No, 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 no. You're not doing this to me. And Issei still kind of has the, they still kind of had that fight whenever that whole thing happened. And he still wound up getting the one arm that's, white. But this version, every time he goes into Balance Breaker, that one arm is still white. So it's like, yeah. And this is when Issei with the smirk says, with a giant smirk on his face, saying, come here, Loki. As you hear Valkyrie saying, the Allfather is sending Mjolnir. Issei then stopping his track saying, Mjolnir? With a big smirk on his face. Mjolnir, Mjolnir, Mjolnir. I've wanted to wield that thing my whole life since I was little. Perfect. As it appears, and he says, it's hammer time! Flying forward, trying to grab it as Fenrir bites him, actually leaving a scratch on him, saying, bad doggy. Hitting him in the nose. As he completely grabbed the hammer and said, hey Loki! Boost, 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 boost! Transfer! It's hammer time! As one giant swing, boom! Was about to crush Loki when he tried putting up a barrier and it just didn't do anything. He said, a plague on all your houses. Getting crushed anyway. This is when, he has to deal with the people who are obsessed with Asya. That dude, he basically whoops his ass. And basically, at the end of that, he still does the same shit. And funny enough, Issei still gets the girls. As he basically said, alright. So, yeah. As he ever lovingly beat the shit out of the guy. And then, whenever the same dude said, put it simply, the bitch is dead, Issei then being enraged. More than he'd ever been before. After seeing Asi be teleported away, you hear, like, boss music playing, as you hear, you, the one known as Shalba. You have made a grave mistake. What are you talking about, Red Dragon? Have I pissed off your owner? More than that, you have broken him. Good luck. Wait, why is the Red Dragon laughing? As he uses all his abilities just for the Juggernaut Drive to take over Issei for a moment. This beating the living shit out of him and destroying him. At the end, it took literally the Grab and Dragon song, which still exists. Literally, the White Dragon Emperor, which didn't do jack shit, and Great Red, as well as Ophis, all jumping in to try stopping Issei. Great Red got pimp slapped and sent like 20 meters backwards, rolling, saying, ow, I like barrel rolls, but that hurt like hell. Ophis, basically in her dragon form, gets us basically hit with a tail and sent flying. As you hear, that hurt. As they both get up and go back trying to fight Issei. As the White Dragon Emperor is saying, hold him down. Divide, 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 divide. After about 5 minutes straight of dividing, saying, I can't divide him anymore. It's all the dividing I can do. As Issei basically just headbutts forward and shatters the Juggernaut Drive of Vali. Vali saying, ow, that hurt. As you hear, as he basically does a chant again, saying, Juggernaut Drive. Divide, 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 divide. Ria's actually using her fun bag the same way she did in canon. And the Grab and Dragon song. as this is whenever he starts shrinking down into his mere balance breaker monster form, when they're all still hitting him with their full power, as you hear human form, as both Opus and Great Red go into their human form and are basically holding Issei down while in just balance breaker form at this point, while he's yelling divide, 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 divide. Come on, work, divide, divide, divide. After a solid, almost half an hour of doing this shit, you hear, "Ugh, what happened?" As Issei is passed out. It took Asya healing him, and even then it hurt like hell. Issei's standing up saying, "Ugh, what'd I miss?" Well, you fought with the first and second strongest beings in existence, and beat both of them. And even Vali helped out trying to defeat you. And even then, all three of them struggled together. Huh. Wow. That's all? That's all. You took on 3 dragons. Heavenly and 2 gods. That's not normal. He was even in his balance. He was even in his Juggernaut Drive form. Oh. Well. I guess I am stronger than I thought. Well, yeah, when you go Berserk. Alright. This is when we have to deal with, the rest of the fight. He still goes to Kyoto after that. That goes as him basically just walking up, holding down, using breast lingual, and being able to communicate with with the fox girl and the fox mom. Basically being able to make them communicate with each other. He didn't even need the dragon's help in this version. He just basically said, hey, 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 stop. Alright, now, talk to your daughter. Booyah. And this left both of them with a crush on Issei. This is when you hear Red Dragon Emperor in a deep dragonic voice by the Monkey King and basically the same people as in canon that helped Issei. As you hear, how are you this strong? I just am. I'm a super strong boy. We can tell. You just held down the 9-tailed fox, made her listen to you, and kept her held down while talking. Yep, pretty easily. Even we would struggle to be able to do anything like that. Okay, well, whatever. Well, I'm gonna go back to doing what I was doing. And what was that? I'm asleep. So, are you tired after using the power? No, I just want to go to bed. Red Dragon Emperors make no sense. Yeah, but there's no reason to make sense. Ah, whatever. Well, I'm gonna go to sleep now. We cut back a little ways. We cut past little things, then booyah, when he ever actually has to go into a raiding game with Cyborg. And that raiding game will go hilarious, actually. Since this version, the first thing that was rolled was a 12. Issei with a smirk on his face saying, let me fight, let me fight, let me fight. Cyborg saying, I'm going in. Alright, good luck you two. Basically, the entirety of the period has been like, let's just let them fight. This is when Rias' team was told, you do realize you can have a few more people join. Then they basically said, what's the point? Anyone other than those two, I don't think anyone can really keep up. Fair point. And this is when, that pawn actually turned into the gear saying, you may need me. Fair point. Cyborg saying, I might. If he is as strong as I think he is, I might need your help. Going into the, gear form, turning into the axe. The both of them walk forward, Issei with his boosted gear off, and the axe not even showing right now. This is when the axe appears in Cyborg's hand, and Issei basically lets the gauntlet appear, and you hear, nice, gear. Lion of Nemea, Red Dragon Emperor. Nice. Well, let's go. Both of them going into balance breaker form, and Issei utterly beating the shit out of Cyborg. Like, it's not even a close fight. Cyborg's physical strength is closer than anyone else's, so every punch is actually doing some good damage against Issei. But Issei, he's just too much stronger than him. Like, Issei at this point is already, even only in his gear, even without his gear, he's probably stronger than Cyborg with his gear on. And in his full balance breaker form, he's probably strong enough to take on, you know, mighty weapons like that, like powerhouses. And in his Juggernaut drive, which he wasn't going to the last second, saying, Cyborg, you are a good opponent, so I will show you the utmost respect. Juggernaut drive. As you hear this, you see Issei turning into a giant Juggernaut. As you hear Lion Juggernaut drive. As he basically turned the best of his Juggernaut drive on, and it was actually surprising. He turned into a basically lion form. Cyborg did, and he basically this made it every attack was monstrous. Cyborg basically got knocked out in form though, and he went back down to his balance breaker instead. In that, he's about to do another attack, stops because the dragon was begging him to, and you hear, "All right, that was fun." As Cyborg's mother still woke up after the fight because Issei still did his booby lingual talking to her, and that worked perfect. And that's the end of this series, I guess. What if Issei... Oh yeah, what if Issei was a super devil?